Hey everyone, Ben from Snowboard Gamer. Welcome to episode 58 of This Week in Board Games. In this weekly show, I share with you all the games we played last week, do a spotlight on one of them, go over any interesting board game news, and show any new purchases. We've got a fun episode this week, so let's jump right into the spotlight, which is Jaipur. This is a two-player game ages 12 and up and plays in 30 minutes. In this game, you're trying to be the best trader in India. In Jaipur, you're exchanging goods at the market, then selling them for rupees. During the game, each player has a hand of cards. Anytime you get camels, they go in a pile in front of you called your camel herd. Camels do not count toward your hand limit of 7 cards. On your turn, you either take cards or sell cards. If you take cards, you can do it in one of 3 ways. First, you can take a single card from the market and place it in your hand. A new card is flipped over to replace the card that was taken. The second option is to take all of the camels from the market. These go in your camel herd, and new cards are replaced where the camels were in the market. The third way is to take more than one card of goods from the market. If you do this, you exchange goods from your hand or put camels from your herd in their place. You can do a mixture of both. For example, I could take these 3 goods and put 1 good from my hand and 2 camels from my herd to replace them. When exchanging multiple cards like this, no new cards will be flipped since you are just trading with the market. The second thing you can do on your turn is to sell cards, and this is how you get points. You sell as many cards of one type of good by discarding them. You then take rupees equal to the number of cards you sold. Whoever sells a certain good first will get the higher valued rupees of that good. If you can sell 3 or more at once, then you get a bonus. The more cards you sell, the higher the bonus. Once 3 piles of rupees are gone, the round is over. Whoever has the most camels at the end of the round gets the 5-point camel bonus. Whoever has the most points gets a seal of excellence and wins the round. The first player to get 2 seals of excellence is the overall winner of Jaipur. A few weeks ago, when Allison and I played a 2-player game, I asked her to choose whichever one she wanted out of all the 2-player games, and she chose Jaipur. Why did you choose Jaipur?
I chose Jaipur just because I think it's a really fun 2-player game that's quick and lighthearted, and you can still have a good time with your opponent and joke around and just enjoy each other's company while you're playing the game.
Yeah, it's not too in-depth. There are some cool things about it, though. I like the camel aspect. It's not just drawing cards and hoping you get the right card flips. You have some control over it, because if you don't want to have a card flip for the other person, then you just exchange with your camels, or you sell your cards. So you've got choices, and I like that about this game. Is it's simple, but there's a little more to it than seems on the surface.
Yeah, one reason I really like Jaipur, aside from it being kind of a quick, simple, fun, lighthearted 2-player game, I feel like Jaipur is a very well-balanced 2-player game, and it has a really good push and pull between the opponents. So there's not one aspect of the game that you can try and run away with.
Right. The scores are always close in the end.
They're very close, and the first person to get 2 out of 3 wins, and it feels like that usually one person will win one, other person will win the second one, and the third one is really like the big tiebreaker, and it could go either way.
Which usually leads to a pretty exciting end of the game. Last time we played, you beat me in game 3 by like 2 points or something. I mean, it was super close, like 75 to 73.
I feel like some of the 2-player games we play together get me a little stressed out because I'm like trying so hard to win. And they're just so intense. And with Jaipur, like obviously I want to win, but there's just something fun and lighthearted about this game that really draws me to it.
It says 12 and up. I would say it's actually 8 and up. I think an 8-year-old could totally play this game. All you're doing is swapping cards out and collecting similar colored cards and then selling them for rupees.
You're just trying to collect sets of cards, and the bigger the set, the more points you get. The camels seemed silly the first time I played it, but they make the game.
Absolutely.
Especially if you play the camels the correct way, where they're going back and forth between your hands, and whoever has the most camels in the end gets a 5-point bonus. That encourages you to try and actually collect the camels. I think if you didn't have the bonus, people would just ignore the camels.
Right.
But because of the bonus, it really brings the camels into the game and changes the dynamic of the game. Makes it really fun.
Yeah, and sometimes the final scores are less than 5, so the difference can be the camels.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great game for all ages, honestly. My daughter loves this game. She's 14, and I bet you old people at retirement homes would dig this game because it's easy to pick up, it's easy to learn, and they like to play cards at the retirement center. And I bet you this would be a really cool twist on playing bridge or some of the other games that they like to play. And I think it spans all age groups is my point.
And the games that I tend to be more drawn to are ones that are strategic and fun, but also I don't get so invested in them that I get angry. Like, I like to just giggle and have a good time, and if I win, that's awesome, but if you win, it's kind of like, oh, good game.
Right.
So that's why I really like Jaipur.
Cool. Thanks for coming on, Allison.
Thanks for having me.
For the second part of the episode, let's kick it off with a mini vlog of me, Kinsey, and one of her friends going down to the Wizard's Chest, my favorite local board game store here in Denver, Colorado.
With my friend Julia, and we're about to head down to the Wizard's Chest.
So, your first time at Wizard's Chest, what'd you think, Julia?
It was pretty weird. It was pretty cool though. Like, a lot of weird stuff, but like, kind of liked it. Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
I mean, I just like looking at all the wigs and stuff that they had, and like, you could totally make such a like weird costume with like some weird alien like glasses and then like dreadlocks or something. Yeah.
Kinsey's favorite things when we come downtown is to go to BD's Mongolian Grill. How was it?
It was really good tonight. Yeah.
We are back from the Wizard's Chest and just finished Azul, Julia's first time. What'd you think, Julia?
So it was like really close the whole game. We all like kind of took a little bit of different strategies. I ended up with 100 like exactly.
I got 95 and my dad got 98.
So close.
Yeah, it was really close, definitely the turn before we like counted up all the end game stuff.
Yeah.
That is a good finishing wall there.
I can't believe that you got 100 your first game. My first game I got like 40.
Nice job, Julia.
Thanks.
Azul is for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, and plays in 30 to 45 minutes. It won the Board Game of the Year this year. I'm not going to talk much about it because I've already talked a lot about it, so go check out episode 45 if you want to see more about Azul. Next, I had a work board game night, went down to the Board Game Republic, which is a board game cafe in downtown Denver. The first game we played is a game called Cash and Guns. This is for 4 to 8 players, ages 10 and up, and plays in 30 minutes. In Cash and Guns, it's a classic scene from the movies where there's a heist, everyone gets outside and then pulls a gun on each other, and you try and figure out who's taking the cash and how much. This game is hilarious. Check it out.
1, 2, 3.
Scotty, that's just mean.
All right.
Just mean.
It's hard to tell if that's me.
Why don't you repoint yourself? Why don't you repoint yourself?
The next game we played at the work board game night was Dad Joke Face Off. Maybe you've seen some of the videos going around on the internet where 2 people face off and have to tell a dad joke to each other, and whoever cracks first gives the other person a point.
Did the gardener like the weeds? Somebody did. Totally, she was really digging them.
No, I don't get it. Is Bill Gates hard to deal with?
No, he's Microsoft.
I may or may not have used a few of those dad jokes in my video for the Mind giveaway, which is actually running right now, so go check that out if you have not seen that yet. Next game we played is 7 Wonders. This is for 2 to 7 players ages 10 and up and plays in 30 minutes. I haven't played this game in a while and I've forgotten how much fun this game. It's a card drafting game where you get a hand of cards, you choose one to play, and you pass the rest, and then everyone plays their card at the same time, and then you pick up the cards that were passed to you. That's the basics of the game, and all the different cards score different points. The thing I like about this game is that it plays the same amount of time at 7 players as it does at 4, and it's hard to find games that will go up to 6 or 7 players that are strategic games, and this is a good one. I highly recommend 7 Wonders if you haven't played it. The only negative about this is that it has a steep learning curve, so if you buy this and haven't played it with anyone else, you're gonna struggle a little bit. Once you learn this game though, it's actually quite simple and very enjoyable. The next game we played at the board game night to wrap it up was Secret Hitler. We've played a lot of this game. I've talked a lot about it. It's our favorite social game. If you want to hear more about it, go check out episode 48. We played 6-player, which is fun. It's a very intimate game. Trying to figure out who's who is always fun, no matter what player count. I also played the Mind this week some. Again, this game just keeps getting played. It's for 2 to 4 players ages 8 and up and plays in 15 minutes. This was nominated for Board Game of the Year, but lost to Azul. This is a good one. It's not in print in the US yet, but I'm currently giving away a copy on my YouTube channel. So go check that out if you haven't. I'll link it up here. I did a spotlight on this in episode 50 if you want to hear more about it. And now for the news. Stone Age is getting a 10-year anniversary version of the game. Stone Age is one of my favorite worker placement games. This is a fun one and it's getting a double-sided board and apparently a winter version you can play with slightly tweaked rules. It sounds really cool. It also comes with upgraded components. Check that out in the 4th quarter this year. One more piece of news that I found interesting is that Stonemaier Games, one of my favorite game publishers, Jamie Stegmaier is the designer behind Stonemaier Games, and he has made Scythe, Charterstone, and Viticulture, announced in partnership with Bezier Games, Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig. Now, Mad King Ludwig, I have to admit, I have not played it yet. I've heard it is a really good game. It's just on my list of all the games I want to play, and so Jamie Stegmaier is putting another twist on it. It's a competitive tile-laying game that goes up to 7 players. I wonder if it'll be as good as 7 Wonders at 7 players. It sounds like it should be a fun one. Oh, one more game we played, Potion Explosion, which is for 2 to 4 players ages 8 and up and plays in 30 to 45 minutes. I'm not gonna say much about this one. I've talked a lot about it. Basically Candy Crush in board game form. Go check out episode 44 if you want to hear more about that. I do have one little thing about it though. I wish every game had a page in their instruction booklet that showed how to fit everything back in the box. Potion Explosion does a great job, and the storage built into the box is awesome also. And now for my new purchases this week. I picked up a few. Whoa, Eric, what's up? Hey.
How are ya?
I'm great. Wow, what a nice surprise.
I got something in the mail too this week.
Sweet, let's see.
It's my new Scythe mat.
Oh, dude.
It's a play mat, neoprene Scythe play mat.
I want one. This is so cool.
It's very cool. And what I like about it is it fits my table. My table's a little bit smaller than this. Mm-hmm. So it's larger than the deep normal play board, but it's a little bit bigger than that, but not quite as big as the expanded board, which is would be too big for my table. So it's perfect size.
That's
I can
perfect.
fit the player boards on each side. So it fits really well.
Anyway, this is so cool. I want to try it on this. This is a great size because the big board, it is pretty big, and this is kind of like the nice balance.
Yep, exactly.
Awesome.
So I want to get it.
You want to see what I got this week?
I do.
First things first, I got a couple surprises in here.
Okay.
But there are a couple of expansions that were $15 to $20 expansions I got this week that I've been talking about for a while for my favorite game.
Oh, yeah.
Terraforming Mars Prelude.
Heard about that one.
This was the Wizard's Chest reserved it for me, and I got it right when it came out. I can't wait to give this a try. It allows you to basically beef up your corporations before you start. And then the rest of the game is the same. So that one sounds pretty cool.
Yes.
And King Domino, Age of Giants.
Right, yeah.
This one brings it up to 5 players and has some 50 new challenges, it says. Different ways to play the game, and these giant dudes. I don't know how it plays, but it sounds pretty cool.
It has something to do with, the, how do you score again? The symbols, the crown symbols?
Yeah.
So it covers them up or something, so you can put it on another person's territory and it reduces their score, but there's a way to take them off. I think that's kind of how that works.
So it adds like a take that element to
Yeah.
King Domino.
I think that's what it
Interesting.
is. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, now I did buy one full game this week. Every time I go to the Wizard's Chest, I see it there for the last few months. It just came out, I want to say April-ish time frame. I think it debuted at Origins this year. And actually several people have recommended this as whenever I've mentioned Machi Koro, oh, check this game out, it's better.
Oh, no way.
It's called Space Base.
Yeah, that's awesome. That seems like a really cool game.
I can't wait. And I think the difference from what I've read is that you start with a card of every single number, so you're always going to get paid out on something, and then you upgrade those cards instead of buying some cards and then hoping you get the good dice rolls.
Right, yeah.
Which sounds cool, and there's kind of an engine building aspect to it as well.
Yeah, I was interested in this game as well, because we do like Machi Koro, but they said that this one maybe a step up from that. But yeah, it's like a fun game.
I'm excited. We got to try this one. Now, the other 2 things in here. The Wizard's Chest is awesome. They left these for me, and I had reserved these games, these expansions here, and I showed up, and they had these just sitting there waiting for me. All right, so the first one.
What is that? King Domino.
It's
is it the
promo?
Oh, okay.
You can't even buy these. So let's put it together.
Oh, that's that. Is that the thing where you pull the cards out, right?
I don't know, honestly.
I think so. I think that's
Oh, you
what
can
that is.
stack all the tiles up?
I think it's for stacking the tiles up and pulling them
Well,
out.
it looks like it. Oh, dude, that's so cool. Okay, I guess you fold it so this is on the outside like this.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, look.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh, and then they come out the bottom.
And then they come out the bottom, yeah.
Dude,
It's pretty neat. I've seen I can't remember where I saw one of those, but on some. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Wizard's Chest. Go check them out. I'll put a link in the description. They're the best local game store here in Denver. They are awesome. And then the second one here, you can open this one up.
Oh, oh wait. So you got a Terraforming Mars card.
Yep, a Terraforming Mars promo card.
And more other stuff. And more castles.
They're just promotional. They just look cool. I mean, they don't do anything else to the game.
Right.
Okay, let's put them together.
Oh, and it's got a penguin skiing down the side.
Nice. Thank you, Wizard's Chest.
That was very thoughtful of them. That's awesome.
So those are my cool little surprises.
Oh, and you have
for
this.
week.
Did you look at this one?
Oh yeah.
It's the small asteroid. Is the other one just a normal asteroid?
There's a large asteroid.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so now you have a small one to go with your large one.
Cool. Well, that's it for this week. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Eric.
Sure.
What games are you playing? I'd love to hear in the comments below. What did you play this week, Eric?
Played the Mind with you guys
That's
last
right.
night.
That was fun.
Played Imhotep.
Nice.
Some Fox in the Forest.
Oh, and you mentioned the Imhotep expansion. I saw that out there. Why don't you talk about that for just a
So
minute?
I don't think it's. I'm not sure. It might be out already. I'm not sure if it's out yet. But it adds. It has. We have the A and the B sides of the different options. So it adds a C and a D. That's the biggest change. And there's a bunch. And then there's some tokens that go along with those because they're a little more advanced than the A and B side. And I think it also has some new market cards that go along with it. So it just improves the replayability. Like I said in my notes to your video, that we played that again, and I really like that game. It's a very just sit down and have some fun.
Yeah.
And I actually do like the take that part aspect of it.
I do too. And we started playing it together like a year and a half ago. Remember on that trip we pulled it out and we played it a whole bunch that weekend. And the take that it's mean, but it's not. Like, it's just part of the game. It's like, oh, you're not sailing there. That's going to give you too many points, so you sail the ship somewhere else.
Right. And it's so fast, and then it goes, how many rounds? 6 rounds?
6 rounds, yeah.
6 rounds. So, you have another chance, So anyway, I like the game a lot. I think it's a cool game.
Yeah, definitely overlooked, I think. It's a good one. So, all right, cool. Well, thanks for stopping by, Eric. All right, we'll see you next week, everyone. Bye.